You can memorize every Florida real estate rule perfectly and still fail the exam. This decision tree shows how mechanical errors derail knowledgeable candidates. A process breakdown leads straight into a test maker trap. Watch. A missed limiting word, misidentified role, or unjustified answer change physically flips a correct choice into a miss. Relying on your natural reading speed and everyday logic feels comfortable and saves time, but that speed creates the gaps where these traps succeed. That leads to a major behavioral trap, finding a true statement in the multiple choice options that fails to answer the prompt. To break your natural reading habits, jump straight to the final sentence of a long scenario. Identify the precise target action before you read the facts. This split-screen matrix highlights the deciding limiting word, not. Other critical targets include best, first, except, may, and must. You have to physically circle these before evaluating the choices. Boxing words like not reverses your brain's task. It prevents you from choosing a true statement when the question actually requires a false one. When you spot a factual definition that looks correct, pause and ask, true about what? You must confirm the option addresses the specific issue, like a deadline, instead of just stating a general fact. Slowing down your initial reading pace creates friction, but it stops you from getting lost in familiar, irrelevant facts. The second major behavioral trap is applying the correct rules to the wrong scenario or person. This flowchart maps individuals to legal titles: broker, sales associate, buyer, and tenant. Notice the compliance rule connects only to the broker. It bounces off the sales associate. A rule attached to one role cannot transfer to another. This highlights the conflict between tested Florida license law and practical, everyday business logic. You will see options that sound fair or common in real-world business. If they contradict the rigid rules taught in the course, you must abandon them. Passing requires overriding your instinct for fairness with strict, unyielding legal definitions. Mechanical errors also occur when translating complex scenarios into timelines and calculations. This scratch paper layout uses 3 boxes: event, noticed, and deadline. Drawing this sequence is the most effective strategy for timing-based questions. Converting a word problem into a visual timeline isolates exactly what must happen next. This mapping provides the clarity needed to choose correctly. Then there is the math trap. This happens when you reach for the calculator before auditing your units of measurement. Before performing any math, label every figure. Mark them as dollars, days, or feet, acres, or percentages. Estimate the final range in your head first. Any answer outside that estimate immediately signals a unit error or a setup trap. Utilizing upfront mental math and scratch paper mapping provides an impenetrable defense against mathematically correct but contextually wrong answers. The final hurdle is psychological self-sabotage during the review phase and while taking practice exams. Maintain a strict boundary for changing an initial answer. Demand hard evidence, a recalled rule, a missed word, or a corrected calculation. If an option merely feels better, you must sit with that anxiety and protect your first instinct from doubt. During practice tests, it is easy to build false confidence by accidentally memorizing answer letters. Instead, force yourself to explain the rule aloud. State exactly why every distractor fails to ensure you can apply the logic when answer positions shuffle on the real test. Finally, stop focusing on raw scores. Tracking the behavioral error patterns behind every miss is more valuable than the percentage correct. Journaling your failures by category ensures your next study session targets the root cause rather than just repeating the same question. This diagnostic radar chart breaks down the 6 performance categories for a passing score. Success demands meticulous execution across every category. Notice how the chart spikes in the answer change category. Labeling your misses reveals exactly which mechanical habit you need to fix. Here is your final challenge. On your very next practice session, stop chasing the score. Start labeling the exact cause of every miss. You can test these error patterns and see your true baseline today. Go to casaacademy.com/free exam prep to take the free practice exam.